Hello, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back. This is Force here with some more discussion. The Elder Scrolls Online, it's still on my mind. I'm still playing it all the time. I didn't mean to rhyme, and I still keep doing it. Let's talk about this game. I want to talk to you about how the console version of ESO, supposedly a massively multiplayer RPG, is incredibly lonely. There is a reason that it's lonely. It's not because there aren't players playing the game, because there are. It's that it's very difficult to communicate with people who aren't in your immediate vicinity. And this causes a whole host of issues on top of the fact that the dungeon finder in the game appears to either be broken or just never used by anybody. So let's jump into it. The console version of this game has got a feature that I was initially annoyed by, and that is the voice feature. Now, I was initially annoyed by it because I come into the zone after first creating my character on the console, and I just am inundated with people blaring music, people's children screaming, people just being all sorts of obnoxious, as you expect with any sort of open mic system. Luckily, there's the option to leave the chat channels, but what I've come to find is it actually makes for a very interesting RPG experience because you've got this local voice communication. And so as you're walking by people, you can hear them talking. They can ask you for help. So it almost makes it the characters in the world that other people are playing. It also it makes it feel more alive. Definitely a positive. And I've actually even though you get the occasional people being just complete jerks or blaring music or chewing into their microphones, I found a majority of the time it's actually been a more interesting and more of a social experience that I've really enjoyed. Now here's the problem. That is awesome, and that's great for the local chat, but there is no zone chat, and communicating even with people in your guild is incredibly difficult on the console. So I can be in a guild, which I'm in a few guilds, that you can be in up to 5 guilds at a time in this game. I'm in a guild that has like over 300 people in it. And at any given time, there will be 100 people on playing the game. However, the only way to really effectively communicate with these people is by going into your guild chat channels. And I have found the case that there's almost never anybody in here. So like I mentioned, I can be playing and there can be 100 people in my guild on, but there will only be like 5 of them in a chat channel. So I'm looking for people for example, to do dungeons with. And I can only, unless I would manually thumb through these people, add them to my friends on Xbox and send them a message, like it is incredibly difficult. And it all boils down to the fact that, yes, this game has this localized voice chat, which is great, but outside of people you're immediately around, it feels just empty. It's so lonely feeling. It is so lonely playing ESO on the console. All these people in my guild, I can only talk to 5 of them, effectively. Now, if this game had a guild chat where you could type in some text, yes, I know it's annoying to type in text on the gamepad, and this is an inherent problem with the console version of an MMO. But at least if they at least gave us the option to do text chat for guild chat or for global chat, here's another sort of annoying situation. You go into Cyrodiil. Now, normally, if you're playing on the PC, you can type in global chat and say, hey, where is everybody? Where's the action? You know, the game shows when there's combat going on at a keep, but if there's not immediate combat going on, you literally don't know where anyone in your alliance is. And you can talk to the people at your spawn location, but like I said at the start of this video, I was initially annoyed, but came around to actually really like the local voice communication. But the problem is that beyond that, it is so incredibly difficult to get people together because it's so incredibly difficult to communicate with them with the lack of guild chat, with the lack of global chat. And once more, I'll go back to the fact there is this guild voice chat, but the people have to opt into it. And if they're already in other guilds, they'll be defaulted to another guild. They'll be defaulted to local chat. It's been so tough to just get people together. Now in the background, you're seeing some gameplay after about an hour of going through my 5 guilds, all of which had upwards of 20 to 100 people online. It took me about an hour to scrape together enough people to just do this 4-man dungeon. That's, again, how difficult it is to communicate and just how lonely it feels on the it's an MMORPG. I love the social aspect of chatting to people nearby, but boy oh boy, they desperately need solutions to chat with large groups of people. And on the flip side, they need to either fix or make people more aware of this game's dungeon finder. Now, if you've ever played an MMO, you will know that this is a fact. That DPS is abundant, and tanks and healers, specifically tanks, tend to always be in short supply. I queue up as a tank and sit there for 2 hours. Nothing. Not a single bite. And you might say, well, Force, you're a high-ranked character. Didn't you just hit veteran rank 14, which is the highest level? Yeah, but I'm queuing up for normal dungeons. And it's not just my high-end character. I'm also queuing up on the low end with new characters that I'm leveling and not finding anyone. Or, after an hour, someone finally joins my group, and then they're like, what the hell is this? Or they don't go to the dungeon they queued up for, and the thing just disbands after 5 minutes. It's got a problem. There's some cool things about the console version of this game, namely the controller. The local voice thing can be very interesting, but it also can be very obnoxious. But there are some things that need to be fixed. We need global chat of some sort. We need a better and more effective way of communicating with our guild. If they fix these problems, I think it'll be very, very healthy for this game, because it really does seem, I keep playing it and I keep talking about it, this game got a second wind when it came to the console version. It got opened up to a whole bunch of new players that had never tried the game before, and it seems like a lot of people are really liking it. I continue to see positive reviews. The people I talk to playing the game are loving it, not without its faults. We've gone over those ad nauseum, but I just wanted to talk about one of the major glaring issues that's been bothering me recently. Also, once again, there's some gameplay footage in the background for you guys to enjoy. Let me know what you think about this if you're currently playing ESO, or if you're not, just sort of the problem as I described it. How do you feel, or what do you think they should do to resolve this issue, to make communication easier and thusly grouping up with people easier? Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned. More ESO and other gaming coverage coming up. I'll see you guys later.
Defeated again. Shame Daedra don't stay dead. There's no ritual site here. Let's keep moving.